Ever found yourself wondering how to build a stronger bond with your kids? Well, you're not alone. Parents all over the globe ask themselves this very question every day. Parenting is an art, a delicate dance that requires balance, understanding, and a whole lot of patience. In this video, we're going to delve into the heart of this beautiful challenge. We'll be discussing the importance of effective communication, a tool that, when used right, can turn walls into bridges. We'll explore the concept of setting boundaries, an essential foundation for respect and mutual understanding. We'll also touch on the significance of spending quality time, those precious moments that speak louder than words. And of course, we can't forget about the magic ingredient, unconditional love. It's the glue that holds everything together, even when things get tough. So, buckle up for a journey into the world of parenting. Stay tuned if you're interested in cultivating a more positive relationship with your children. A key to any great relationship, including the one with your children, is communication. Communication is the pillar that holds up the house of relationships. It's the bridge that connects two islands of thought. And when it comes to parenting, it's the magic wand that can make or break your bond with your child. Let's take the case of Susan, a mother of a teenage son who was struggling to connect with him. Every conversation seemed to end in frustration and misunderstandings. She would often find herself asking, "Why doesn't he understand me? Why don't our conversations move beyond simple greetings?" This scenario might resonate with many parents out there. Open and honest communication with children is not just about conveying your thoughts and expectations, but also about understanding their world. Susan realized she needed to approach her son differently, to step into his shoes, to see the world from his eyes, to feel his emotions, and understand his perspectives. So how can we, like Susan, facilitate meaningful conversations with our little ones? First, it's important to create a safe space where they feel comfortable expressing their feelings. Tell your children that it's okay to have different emotions and okay to talk about them. Next, be approachable. Keep your body language relaxed, maintain eye contact, and show genuine interest in what they're saying. Susan began to practice these principles and noticed a shift in her son's response. She validated his feelings, acknowledging his fears or worries instead of dismissing them as trivial, and provided reassurances. A key aspect here is active listening. It's not just about hearing the words your child says, but understanding the emotions behind those words. This involves interrupting, giving them your undivided attention, and responding in a way that shows you understand their perspective. Remember to ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking a yes or no question like, "Did you have a good day at school?" ask, "What was the best part of your day?" This encourages them to share more about their experiences and feelings. Also, it's important to communicate with empathy. Imagine how it would feel in his son's situation and respond accordingly. This shows your child that you understand and care about their feelings. And finally, remember that communication is a two-way street. As much as Susan wanted to share her wisdom, it was equally important her to learn from her son. He could offer a fresh perspective and remind her of the joys of curiosity and discovery. Remember, communication is not about talking, but also about listening. Ever heard the phrase, "Kids need boundaries"? Well, it's true. Boundaries are just lines drawn on a map or a list of do's and don'ts. They are the invisible frameworks that guide our actions, shape our decisions, and provide a sense of security and order in our lives. Let me share a short anecdote with you. Once upon a time, there was a parent named Alex who was struggling to establish boundaries for their young child, Lily. Lily, a vibrant and curious 6-year-old, loved to explore and had a knack for pushing limits. She resisted bedtime, negotiated tirelessly for more screen time, and often refused to play by the rules during play dates. This was a challenging situation for Alex, who was trying to teach Lily the importance of boundaries in a way she would understand. And for children like Lily, boundaries are crucial for their growth and development. When we establish boundaries, we do more than just set limits. We are teaching our children how to respect themselves and others. For Lily, it felt like learning the rules of a new game. At first, she found it challenging, but with time and practice, she learned to navigate these rules, understanding their importance and the consequences of breaking them. Boundaries also nurture a sense of responsibility in children. When Lily knew what was expected of her, began to take ownership of her actions, to make choices within the defined perimeters, and to face the consequences of her decisions, it was like giving her a small garden to tend. She learned to water the plants, pull out the weeds, and enjoy the fruits of her labor. But how did Alex set these boundaries effectively? The key was to be clear, consistent, and compassionate. Clear in explaining the boundaries and the reasons behind them in a way that Lily could understand. Consistent in upholding these boundaries even when it was challenging. And compassionate in validating Lily's feelings, acknowledging her struggles, and guiding her with love and understanding. Remember, setting boundaries is not about controlling your children, but about guiding them towards becoming responsible, respectful, and resilient individuals. It's about providing them with they need to navigate the world confidently and independently. So whether it's setting bedtimes, defining screen time limits, or establishing rules for playdates, remember that boundaries are not restrictions, but roadmaps that guide our children towards becoming the best version of themselves. By setting boundaries, we teach our children respect and responsibility. Once upon a time, there was a parent named Alex. Life was a whirlwind for Alex, a sweep of constant motion, always moving from one thing to another. Packed with work commitments, social engagements, and endless errands, Alex's days felt like a never-ending race against the clock. Amidst all this commotion, spending quality time with their child, Jamie, often took a back seat. And while this was not a conscious choice, it was a reality. Alex thought, "I'm swamped. I've got a mountain of responsibilities." But then, one day, Alex stumbled upon the idea of a bank account filled not with money, but with love, trust, and mutual respect. It was a metaphor, a symbol of what investing quality time in Jamie's life could create. This was an eye-opening moment for Alex. The realization dawned that quality time didn't mean devoting an entire weekend or several hours in a day. It was about cherishing the small moments shared with Jamie. It was about making the most of the opportunities that presented themselves every day, like reading a bedtime story for 15 minutes or tossing a ball around in the backyard for a while. Alex learned to be present and focused during these precious moments. The phone notifications, the pending emails, looming deadlines, they all took a back seat when Alex was with Jamie. They started with small activities like baking cookies or building a Lego castle. Gradually, these moments of shared joy became a routine. They turned everyday mundane activities into opportunities for bonding. They talked, they laughed, they shared their thoughts. Alex became a keen listener to Jamie's dreams, fears, and those little things that made Jamie's day special. Quality time became the magic potion that transformed their relationship. It was not just about being physically present, it was about being emotionally engaged, about showing genuine interest in Jamie's world. Alex realized that children are like sponges. They soak up every bit of your time, your words, and your actions. By investing time in Jamie, Alex was not just nurturing a bond, they were laying the foundation for lifelong trust and open communication. These moments of quality time became Jamie's most cherished memories, making them feel loved, valued, and important. In the end, Alex understood that quality time, however brief, was the most precious gift that could be given to Jamie. Despite life's constant pulls and pressures, making time for Jamie was never impossible. It was a choice, a commitment, and indeed the best investment Alex ever made. Once upon a time, there was a mother named Mary who believed firmly in the power of unconditional love. She understood that it was the bedrock of a nurturing parent-child relationship. Mary used to say to her child constantly, "I love you," but she sensed that her son Tommy didn't quite understand that sentiment. Unconditional love, a concept she cherished, seemed like an abstract idea for Tommy, and she realized she needed to it tangible for him. Mary started her quest, seeking ways to express her that would resonate with her son. She noticed that Tommy was a boy of few words, but his eyes lit up whenever she spent quality time with him. Be it playing a game of soccer, reading a bedtime story, or watching his favorite cartoon together, Tommy felt loved and cherished during these moments. Mary also recognized that Tommy responded positively to acts of service. When she helped him with his math homework or prepared his beloved pancakes for breakfast, he saw as an expression of her love. He felt valued and understood. There were also times when Tommy needed physical assurance. A warm hug after a nightmare, a pat on the back after a little victory. These small gestures reassured him that he loved, no matter the situation. Unconditional love wasn't about disregarding rules or boundaries for Mary. It was about guiding Tommy, even when he mistakes, teaching him the right path, not out of obligation, but out of love. She did not shy away from correcting his mistakes or the consequences of bad choices, all the while making sure he knew he was loved, regardless of his flaws. As the days turned into months, and months into years, Mary kept finding new ways to express her unconditional love. She adapted as Tommy grew, changing her approach, adjusting to his evolving needs. But she never stopped reminding him, not just in words but in action, that he was cherished, unconditionally, always. Expressing unconditional love wasn't just about the trophies Tommy won or the milestones he achieved. It was about the ordinary days, the tiny victories, the everyday challenges. Mary made sure she was there, present, involved, always. Her story is a testament to parents everywhere. It serves as a reminder that love is not just a feeling, rather it is an action. We need to express our love in ways our children understand, in ways that make them feel cherished, always. As Mary so beautifully taught us, let's strive to show our children that they can count on us, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, love isn't just about saying I love you, it's about showing it.
Building a positive relationship with your kids may not always be easy, but it's always worth it. As we wrap up this journey, let's revisit the stepping stones to nurturing this invaluable bond. Communication, the cornerstone of any relationship, is paramount. Engage in open, honest dialogues with your kids, listen actively, and respond with empathy and understanding. Setting boundaries is equally essential, not just to ensure discipline, but to teach them respect for rules and the importance of a balanced life. It's about building a framework where they can grow, learn, and explore safely. Quality time is the glue that binds these bricks together. Shared experiences, laughter, and even tears strengthen the bond, creating unforgettable memories. And lastly, unconditional love, the ultimate ingredient. Shower them with love and acceptance for who they are, reinforcing their self-esteem and confidence.
Remember, every step you take towards fostering a positive relationship with your kids is a step towards their happier, healthier future.
Before we wrap up, we have a little request. We're here to create a community, a safe space where we can share, learn, and grow together. But we need your help to make that happen. If you found this video helpful, or if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. It's a small action from you that means a lot to us. But more than just subscribing, we encourage you to join the conversation. Share your stories, your challenges, your triumphs, and even your frustrations in the comments below. We all have something to learn from each other's experiences. And remember, parenting is not a solo journey. We're all in this together, navigating the ups and downs, the joys and tears, and learning from each step we take. So hit that subscribe button, share your thoughts, and let's continue growing together.